what if I told you there are treasures out there so legendary, so insanely valuable, that finding just one could change your life forever? And guess what? They're still hidden, waiting for someone like you to uncover them. These treasures aren't just stories, they're real. From mountains of gold lost in ancient empires to shipwrecks carrying fortunes beneath the waves, they've fueled adventures, sparked wars, and driven people to the brink of madness. Today, we're diving into the 10 greatest treasures still unfound. Each one comes with a wild history, a web of mysteries, and enough intrigue to keep the world guessing. And here's the kicker. Any one of these treasures could still be out there, just waiting for someone bold enough to claim it. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you might just have your next great adventure planned. Oh, and let us know in the comments, if you could search for just one treasure, which one would it be? Welcome to Earth and Beyond. 1. Montezuma's treasure. Imagine an empire so rich that gold was used like we use bricks. Now imagine all that wealth vanishing into thin air, never to be seen again. That's the mystery of Montezuma's lost treasure. Back in 1520, the Aztec Empire was one of the most powerful civilizations on Earth, ruled by Emperor Montezuma. But when Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés arrived, everything changed. The Spanish wanted gold, tons of it, and the Aztecs had no choice but to fight back. Legend says that as the empire fell, Montezuma ordered his people to hide their vast treasure to keep it out of Spanish hands. Some believe it was dumped into Lake Texcoco, others say it was buried deep inside secret caves, and some claim it's still hidden beneath modern-day Mexico City. For centuries, treasure hunters, archaeologists, and even locals have searched for this legendary fortune, but no one has found it. Millions of dollars have been spent, ancient maps have been followed, and entire expeditions have vanished in pursuit of Montezuma's gold. And here's the crazy part, it might still be out there. 2. The Confederate gold. Somewhere out there, millions of dollars in gold bars are buried, hidden by desperate men fleeing for their lives. And after 150 years, no one has found it. At the end of the American Civil War in 1865, the Confederate States were collapsing. Union forces were closing in, and Confederate leaders knew their time was up. But there was one last thing they needed to protect: their gold. According to legend, the Confederate government loaded a fortune in gold and silver onto wagons and tried to escape. Some say they planned to flee to Mexico. Others believe they were headed to South America. But somewhere along the way, the gold vanished. Did they bury it in the Appalachian Mountains? Was it hidden in underground vaults somewhere in Georgia? Or did bandits and soldiers take it for themselves? Theories are everywhere, but the truth remains a mystery. Treasure hunters have searched forests, rivers, and even old battlefields trying to track it down. And here's the insane part. Some claim pieces of it have already been found. A handful of gold coins and bars matching the Confederate treasury have surfaced over the years, but the bulk of the fortune is still missing. 3. Yamashita's gold. What if I told you that somewhere in the Philippines there could be over $100 billion worth of stolen gold, hidden in secret tunnels by a ruthless army, and people have literally died trying to find it? During World War II, the Japanese Imperial Army looted entire countries, stealing gold, jewels, and priceless artifacts from China, Malaysia, the Philippines, and beyond. This insane treasure was supposedly transported to the Philippines under the command of General Tomoyuki Yamashita, a man so feared they called him the Tiger of Malaya. The plan? Hide the treasure in underground caves and secret tunnels, keeping it safe until Japan could recover it after the war. But here's the twist. Japan surrendered before they could retrieve it, leaving tons of gold completely unaccounted for. For decades, treasure hunters have risked everything searching for Yamashita's gold. Some claim to have found parts of it, while others believe the biggest caches are still untouched. buried deep in forgotten locations. There are even stories of booby traps, collapsing tunnels, and secret maps leading to the lost fortune. And here's the most mind-blowing part. Some believe that a portion of this gold was secretly recovered and used to fund shadow organizations and political deals across the world. 4. The Amber Room. Imagine an entire room made of gold and amber, so valuable it's been called the eighth wonder of the world, and then one day it just vanishes. This isn't a legend. The Amber Room was real, a jaw-dropping masterpiece gifted by the King of Prussia to Russia in the 18th century. Covered in gold, mirrors, and panels of pure amber, it was worth over 500 million in today's money. For 200 years, it stood as one of the most stunning pieces of art in history. Then came World War II. When Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union, they stole the entire room, dismantling it piece by piece and shipping it to Königsberg, Germany. And then it disappeared. No one knows what happened next. Some say the Amber Room was destroyed in bombings, while others believe it was hidden in bunkers, mines, or even at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. Over the years, treasure hunters and historians have chased down clues, dug up Nazi hideouts, and even searched sunken ships. But after 8 decades, the Amber Room is still missing. And here's the wildest part. Some people believe it's still out there, locked away in a forgotten vault, just waiting to be found. 5. The treasure of the Knights Templar. Secret societies, ancient gold, hidden maps. This isn't a movie plot. It's one of the greatest real-life treasure mysteries in history. The Knights Templar were one of the most powerful and secretive organizations of the Middle Ages. Formed during the Crusades, they were warriors, bankers, and keepers of immense wealth. Gold, jewels, religious relics. Some even believe they possessed the Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant. But in 1307, everything changed. King Philip IV of France, deep in debt to the Templars, ordered their destruction. The knights were arrested, executed, and their fortune vanished overnight. So where did it go? Some believe the Templars smuggled their treasure to Scotland, hiding it beneath Rosslyn Chapel, while others say it was buried deep beneath the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Then there's Oak Island in Canada, where strange tunnels, ancient symbols, and secret booby traps suggest a hidden Templar vault. For centuries, treasure hunters and historians have followed cryptic clues, chased secret codes, and dug deep into one of the world's greatest treasure legends. But to this day, no one has found the Templar gold. 6. The treasure of the Flor de la Mar. A single ship carrying so much gold, it would make you richer than entire countries, and then it vanishes beneath the ocean, never to be seen again. The Flor de la Mar was a Portuguese treasure galleon, one of the largest ships of its time. In 1511, after the conquest of the Malacca Sultanate, modern-day Malaysia, the ship was loaded with an unimaginable fortune: gold, diamonds, and priceless artifacts taken from the Sultan's palace. Some estimates say this one ship was carrying over 2.6 billion in treasure. But fate had other plans. As the Flor de la Mar sailed back to Portugal, it hit a violent storm in the Strait of Malacca. The massive ship broke apart, spilling its fortune into the depths of the ocean. For over 500 years, explorers, governments, and deep-sea treasure hunters have searched for it. But despite sonar scans, deep dives, and millions spent on expeditions, the wreck has never been found. Some say it lies buried beneath sandbanks. Others believe strong currents have scattered the treasure across the ocean floor. And here's the kicker: if found, this would be the most valuable shipwreck discovery in history. 7. The treasure of Lima. A fortune so massive that it could change your life forever, if you could just find it. But here's the catch: everyone who's gone looking for it has either failed or disappeared. In the early 1800s, Peru was in chaos. Revolution was spreading, and the Spanish authorities feared they would lose control. So in a desperate move, the Spanish gathered all the gold, jewels and religious treasures from Lima's churches and palaces, a treasure estimated to be worth over $200 million today. The plan? Secretly transport it to Mexico for safekeeping. But here's where things get crazy. The treasure was loaded onto a ship captained by a man named William Thompson. But instead of delivering it, he vanished, taking the entire fortune with him. Some say he and his crew buried the treasure on Cocos Island, off the coast of Costa Rica, before being captured and executed. Others believe he managed to hide the fortune somewhere else, leaving behind a mystery that has lasted over 200 years. Treasure hunters, including pirates, governments, and even real-life billionaires, have searched for it. Some claim to have found clues, but no one has ever uncovered the full hoard. 8. The Inca Gold of Paititi. What if I told you there's a lost city filled with gold, hidden so well that no one has found it for centuries? Some say it's just a legend, but others believe it's waiting to be discovered deep in the Amazon rainforest. The story of Paititi dates back to the 16th century, when the Incas, desperate to escape the Spanish conquistadors, supposedly fled into the dense jungles of South America, taking tons of gold, silver, and treasures with them. Their hidden city, known as Paititi, became a legendary El Dorado-like place, rumored to be filled with temples of gold and untold riches. For centuries, explorers, archaeologists, and even governments have tried to track it down. Expeditions have ventured into the jungles of Peru, Brazil, and Bolivia, some never returning. Mysterious stone structures, strange petroglyphs, and ancient trails have been found, clues that something big is hiding in the rainforest. And here's where it gets wild. Satellite images have recently revealed strange geometric shapes deep in the Amazon, fueling speculation that Paititi is real and waiting to be uncovered. But with the Amazon being one of the most dangerous and unexplored places on Earth, the real question is, will anyone ever reach Paititi before the jungle reclaims it forever? 9. The Oak Island Treasure. For over 200 years, people have been digging, searching, and risking their lives for a treasure buried on a tiny island in Canada. And guess what? They still haven't found it. Welcome to Oak Island, one of the most mysterious treasure sites in history. It all started in 1795, when a group of young explorers discovered a strange hole in the ground, a perfectly carved tunnel that seemed to go deeper and deeper, with mysterious wooden planks placed every few feet. As they dug, they found odd clues, coded stones, booby traps, and even small bits of gold. But just when they thought they were close, the entire shaft flooded with seawater, making it impossible to reach the bottom. Since then, millions of dollars have been spent trying to uncover Oak Island's secrets. Some believe it's pirate treasure, possibly hidden by Captain Kidd. Others think it's the lost treasure of the Knights Templar. Some even say it holds ancient religious artifacts, like the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. And here's the craziest part. People are still digging today. With TV shows, massive excavations, and new technology, the search for the Oak Island treasure continues in the 21st century. If you had to risk everything to search for one of these treasures, which one would you choose, and why? Do you think these treasures are still out there waiting to be found? Or have they already been secretly claimed by someone who's keeping it quiet? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching Earth and Beyond.